This is Kate, and you're listening to Treyguey's podcast. Like, when I first started dancing professionally, I was doing strictly salsa, and I didn't see myself doing anything else, you know? And everybody was like, you should dance bachata, you should dance bachata. And I was like, no. Like, they're like, oh, but you have the body for it. I'm like, oh, so I should dance bachata because I have a bachata, like, body?
I didn't know that was a thing, right?
Yeah, so then that's why I didn't want to do it. And then eventually I got into it and I fell in love with it. And, you know, now I'm starting to appreciate the Latin community more as a whole. You know, like I want to learn every style. But had I been listening to other people, I wouldn't be here.
I wonder what kind of body I have.
Kizomba?
No.
Yeah.
But how did you get introduced to bachata? Like, how did that come up?
Freaking Fausto.
Damn. Yeah.
We were at an event together, and it started off as a regular conversation, like, oh, I'm putting together a competition team. Because when people compete, they usually put together a random team for the competition. Like, that's very common in the competition scene.
Like recruit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just for that. Like, we're not an actual team. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no one was, like, he was just getting different dancers to come together and represent bachata for New York. So he asked me, like, do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. And then a week later, he was like, hey, do you want to try to compete just us two? And I was like, yeah, sure. He was like, yeah, nothing, like, we're not partners or anything. It's just for the competition. And I was like, all right, cool. So we ended up competing. And ever since that competition, I've been stuck.
Well, what place did you guys take in that competition?
Third.
Yeah,
man. But I mean, I wasn't upset because the people that I was going against people who have been dancing with each other for more than 5 years, and Fausto and I had just been dancing with each other for 3 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah. So we decided 3 weeks before the competition that we were going to compete and become partners.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, that's how he talks to girls. That's how he has girls on.
Yeah.
We can go out, but we're not together. Yeah.
Honestly, it works, though, right? Yeah, look at me. Yeah.
And you set the expectations low, so anything good comes out of it. You're like,
whatever lands, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
No,
right? Yeah. So then we decided to compete again this year, and we got second place.
Hey. Okay.
But it was a tough competition.
Yeah.
Shout out to Harold and Regan for giving us a run for our money.
Shout
it
out
was
to Toronto, right? Canada.
Yes, it was like neck and neck. That competition was intense.
What were the points difference?
I think we lost like 1 point. I believe so. That's what I heard. Like 1 or 2 points.
Round up?
I wish.
Yeah.
Damn. But it's a good experience. I will compete against them any day.
And they took first?
Yeah, they took first. Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Hey, shout out. Yeah. Shout out to Canada.
Yeah, shout out to Canada. Shout out to all my homies.
Shout out to the six.
But yeah, it was really intense.
Yeah.
Really.
Where was
really,
that?
Really
Was that this year?
It was at Miami, at the World Salsa Summit.
Yeah.
It was really intense.
We're blessing you guys now, taking first place next year. Treyguey's blessing you guys.
Yes, we're working extremely hard. Extremely hard.
Are you guys already working on it?
Yeah.
So, like, you guys have the song, everything?
We have a couple of options.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what we do is that we have a lot of options. We have a lot of trick ideas. We basically create like a file for this competition.
Okay.
And then as it gets closer, we're like, all right, what calls to us the most? What is like do or die type of thing? Yeah.
Is input 50-50 from you and Fausto?
Definitely. The first one, the red one, Medicina.
Yeah.
That one was majority him. Like, I was still trying to figure out like the whole bachata feel, and you know, he was like leading me. He's a great partner, so he was just like leading me through everything, teaching me and making sure I got like the basics down packed. And then I told him, look, give me a couple. Once I get comfortable with this, that's it. Like, ideas are just gonna be flying all over the place.
I like it. Yeah.
Then I got comfortable, and Nereida came out, and it was both of us together, like really on it.
Yeah. You guys probably choose a lot of Raulín Rodriguez songs?
Honestly, we don't. And when we were asked for the concert, he was like, oh, what songs do you have? And we're like, oh, we have Nereida, duh. We have Medicina. And then the guys came and like, yeah, we have Margarita too for Kingsman. And I was like, oh, snap. And then the competition routine that we did last year was Soledad, which was from him as well. So we're like, we have like a whole concert of his going on, and we didn't even notice.
Wow.
Did he perform your cut of the song?
For Nereida, yes, he did. He performed that version. And we were like shocked at first because we were like, oh, he's not going to perform our version. We're going to have to adjust to him. And when we got there, he was like, yeah, this is the version we're gonna do, and we heard it, and we were like, what? That is our version. I'm so hyped. Like it was an honor for him to like work with us, meet us at the middle.
Dope. Wow.
Is it hard, or is it different to perform to live music?
It really is, because sometimes especially the band members, they get really hype and then they start like dragging. I say dragging.
Yeah.
They start like really dragging out their parts that they're feeling, and then you just in that moment have to switch up and catch on to what they're doing.
Whatever
and you have to really listen, especially if you're doing tricks and hits like we were. We had to listen for those hits to see if they were coming. If they weren't coming, like we were just like, okay, go.
What were some parts, and what are some dance moves that you guys did when like the music wasn't added onto your routine? Was it like a shimmy type of shit, or like?
No, we just had to freestyle. So we basically had to social dance whenever our cut wasn't there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So if they were playing extra music, then we were like freestyle and then because we've been working together for a year and a half now, our connection, like
Y'all
we kind of already have that look like, do what you got to do, and then we just go off.
Okay.
So we watch each other and play off of that.
What is your go-to move? How do you connect with, communicate with your eyes, with your lips, with your nose?
My eyes.
Your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I look at him like, and that means let's go, bitch. Like I'll look at him like,
Yeah.
or he'll do the same. Like last time, I couldn't hear him because the band was playing so loud, and I was like, "Are we doing the trick?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Are we doing the trick?" And I couldn't hear him. When I looked at him, he was
So
like,
you just threw you.
so I just went for it because he was like,
Oh shit.
I was like, "Oh, gotcha, yes."
Yeah.
The eyebrows mean
So
different things.
going back, how do you balance being, trying to do this dancing professionally and balancing school and a career?
It's really hard. Honestly, it's really hard. Like, especially with owning a studio, it's extremely hard.
Hey, shout out your studio. What's the name?
Shout out my studio to Unified Performing Arts Dance Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an acronym?
I guess so. UPAC.
Yeah, the UPAC.
Yeah, that's what they call themselves.
Hey.
But yeah, it's really hard. It gets hard sometimes.
So it's your studio.
It's both my mom's and I's.
Oh, dope.
My mom owns it, but I do majority of like the teaching, and this is something she got into because of me.
Oh, really? So mom has nothing related to
My mom
dancing?
can't, well, not that she can't dance, but she's just never danced. She's never shown interest into it. But she loves doing costumes, and she loves like helping me bring my vision to life. So we make a great team.
So does she do your costumes?
No, she doesn't do my. She used to.
I like you trying to
Really?
get the secret.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Shut up.
No, she doesn't. She used to though.
Okay.
And then we found my seamstress that I have now, and now my seamstress does all my costumes.
Okay.
My mysterious seamstress.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Do they do anybody else's?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I was gonna guess the baby, but nah.
You know, she's done other costumes. That's how I met her, with being on other teams. Like I met her, and now I have like a loyalty to her. Like she's dope. I could go to her and be like, listen, I need a costume done, the red costume for Fausto and I, our first debut. I went up to her the week of, hey, so we decided to compete. I need a costume. 3 days later, she put the costume in my hand and was like, good luck, kill it, send me pictures.
Dope.
So I will never leave her after that.
Really?
It's amazing.
Yeah. So she's never had a bad experience with like breaking or like leggings
No, not with
falling
me. No,
apart?
not with me.
Oh,
I
Have
don't
you
know
had
about
a-
other people.
You ever had a costume malfunction?
Yeah, well, my mom made my costume.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah, it was like, because, she didn't know how to sew, but anything for your kid,
Yeah, of
And my
course.
button popped on stage, and my
Which one?
boobs were coming out.
No,
Like,
for real?
I had to hold her, and it popped while I was dancing, and it just came down.
How were you holding yourself up?
I was holding it like this, but I still kept dancing.
Hey, okay.
And then someone stopped the music and was like, she's an amazing dancer. We're not going to let her go on like that. So they fixed my costume and they put me back on stage.
Where was
again.
this?
This was in Boston. I was probably like 14 years old.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
And I was
Yeah.
dancing with a partner, just him and I.
No, respect.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there communication with him? Like, my shit just broke.
Yeah.
We were kids, so I don't think so. It was
Okay.
like our first show together. But I did remember, like, mid-spin, I was like, my titties are coming out.
Were you going to embrace it though?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. Were you just going to like hold it? And then
I was going to finish
full
it.
performance?
I was going to
Okay.
go full performance,
Yeah.
tricking everything, holding my neck,
Yeah.
making sure they don't come out.
Dope.
gotcha.
Dope. No. Yeah, we talked to somebody who also does customs, Sieg. Shout out to Sieg.
Yeah, Zeke, I love you.
And we were talking about that, and then I guess he judged a competition where the titty popped out.
He does the World Summit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was there too.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
a competition one time, and this girl did a front flip, and when she came up,
No
the
shit.
costume wasn't there.
Does she just like keep going? Like
No, at this
okay.
point she couldn't, like full, like we
She
saw,
stopped?
yeah, like nip slip.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Damn.
And they let her do it.
I'm kind of still waiting for the performers, not in a bad way, but the ones that embrace like, oh shit, shimmy that shit.
I guess what we're saying is like you still go full out even if you're like half naked.
There's
on the
actually this is old, but this is actually really famous. You can actually YouTube this.
Don't tell this guy. Don't tell this guy.
It was
Get the link, get the link.
It was a
What
dancer from Yamule. Her name is Destiny.
Okay.
She's one of my closest friends. I love her so much. This girl, you want to know what a dope dancer is? This girl's bra unfastened and like it was coming off. She did the full routine, beginning to end, tricks and everything. Like I'm talking like flips with her bra off and was like holding it, spinning, flipping, tricks, everything.
One titty out.
Yeah, and she would, she was embarrassed, but honestly, I've never seen someone so professional in my life. Like, I look up to her, and every time I think of like something, like sometimes I perform and I'm like, if that was to happen to me, I'm gonna pull one of those. Like, I'm gonna keep going, and it's because of people like her that I'm like, it's not even that bad. If it happens, it happens. You keep going. But yeah, shout out to Destiny because she is dope, badass. You guys have to see that video.
Damn.
Yeah,
this guy's already on his
Yes,
favorites.
you need to see that video.
like
It's something I've never seen
Double
before.
thumbs up. Yeah.
Yes. Crazy ass,
Like it,
man.
unlike it, just to get a
yes,
reaction.
keep
Yeah.
liking that thing.
Subscribe and unsubscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe again. So what about? So you talk about balancing your career and dancing. How about balancing once you kind of give up, maybe school or your career? How do you balance dating and dancing?
My boyfriend actually is a Kingsman, so it makes it a lot easier for me. He understands my life a whole lot, so he doesn't give me shit for it.
Do you guys travel a lot, like together?
Sometimes we do.
Is he here?
He's not here this weekend. He's actually in Seattle with Fausto.
Oh.
Yeah, so I also get a lot of comments about like, oh, how's your boyfriend feel? Like your partner, like you're always with your partner 24/7. They have a really like strong bond, both of them. So it's like, for example, I'm here and he's with him over there in Seattle. So it's like he knows both of us and he supports us, and that's all I
He's
can
a dope
ask
hip hop
for.
dancer.
Yes, he sure is.
Dope. Yeah.
You can shout him out if you like.
Yeah, shout out to my boyfriend, man.
Shout out to the boot thing.
To my boot thing.
Yeah, I took his workshop when he came to Chicago last year.
Yes.
He did a hip hop workshop.
Have you always dated dancers?
Thinking back, probably like two.
Two?
Yeah.
Okay.
But him and I have history. I'm talking like 10 years history.
Oh shit!
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Deep.
shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Going to the heart.
Yeah.
Don't cry now. Don't cry.
Was this your partner in Boston?
No, he was supposed to be my partner in Boston, actually.
Ah.
And then, like, the team that we were on, if you did something wrong, you would get punished and pulled out of a gig.
Damn.
He got pulled out of that gig. So I had to, like, the other partner had to learn it.
Ooh.
And perform with me. So I was supposed to do that part with him.
Is that where
but-
you guys split, kind of, or?
No.
Oh.
Not at all. He was punished. He
was
couldn't go to
punished.
the gig. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had like got into an argument or something. We used to get punished for everything. If we would fight with each other, we would get punished, and the people that were fighting, they weren't allowed to go on the
Damn.
gig, stuff like that.
Sounds like boot camp.
Yeah, my mom was really strict. My mom was like, she directed the team.
Oh.
And then as I got older, I became the director.
Did you get punished more or less because your mom was a director?
No, I got the same treatment as everybody else. Like if I look like a hot mess, she would tell me, "You look like a hot mess, girl. Get it together." Or if the team got punished, it wasn't like, "Well, my daughter didn't do it. Sit down." It was like, "You're a part of this team. Your ass is punished like everybody else." She would make us run. She would make us do workouts. One time she took us in the heat, like summertime. Took us to like, it's called McCarrion Park. It was like a humongous track and made us run laps because we got into an argument as a team. And she's like, "You guys are a team. So I'm going to teach you how to work like a team," and made us run track
Damn.
as a team. I wanted to die. I have asthma.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
You
asthmatic.
have asthma and you
You were
dance?
Yeah.
running.
Shit.
Yeah, I was running and pumping and running and pumping.
Puff pass.
Yes.
All right. So we got a little segment that I'm introducing today. It's called Treyguey After Hours.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go about some things that happen in Congresses. Silliness, when you're drunk, when
The
you're in the
tea.
dance. Like, yep, down to the T. I don't know. What's the crazy stories you had?
Honestly, I don't have any crazy stories,
Okay.
sadly. Because when it comes to this scene, I've learned to mind my business.
Yeah. But
Yes.
There was a specific thing that happened where you learned that lesson.
I just see it happen to other people.
Okay.
That has taught me to mind my business so I don't become that person.
You have an eagle eye.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like, I see, like, someone be like, oh, yeah, oh, my God, I can't stand this bitch. Like, she doesn't know how to drink, or he doesn't know how to drink. And then that person walks by and they're like, hey, girl, how are you? I'm like, oh, you one of those. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's why I've just learned to mind my business. Like, when it comes to, like, after parties and stuff, I know those things could get messy. So I just stay within my group. Stay within my friends, like people that I trust, people that I know, that, you know, we just hang out, we chill, we dance and stuff like that. Cool. And when it comes to events, I don't get like drunk. Like, you know, if I drink, it's socially, because at the end of the day, I'm still working and I still have a name to protect and a brand to protect.
Represent, right?
Yes, and I have people that look up to me, you know. I don't want them to be like, I look up to that. Like, she's throwing up in a freaking bush.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't want that.
And it's happened. We talked about it in our previous episodes.
Kind of like the way somebody's acted on the scene.
Have
you seen somebody drunk?
I've seen a couple of fights.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of fights.
Yeah. Like a world star type of fight?
Not a world star fight, because, you know, at the end of the day, they're all dancers, so I don't feel like I'm
that badass. Or not?
Yeah, imagine not. I just seen like drinks splashing all over the place. Like that whole love and hip hop type of thing. Like, you took my man.
Oh, it wasn't like it wasn't like a 5, 6, 7 kick.
No, it wasn't a 5, 6, 7 pirouette type of thing. It was just like, you stole my man. Throw a glass in her face.
So that sounds like there's a lot of drama in the dancing. Well, not a lot, but sometimes.
No, it has its moments. You know, as far as drama wise, I don't think there's drama. I just think there's a lot of cattiness that goes around in this scene.
Yeah.
You know, like the dancing and the talent. Beautiful. Like, I respect all the dancers in this scene because everybody works extremely hard for what they have, and I will never take that away from them.
Absolutely.
But it does get competitive with anything because everybody wants to be
That's
number one.
Good, though.
And you can't. Yeah, it is. So I don't mind that part. But there's some things like people who like would tell promoters like, oh, don't hire that person because they have like, you know, a bad attitude, or they have this, or they have that. And it's like, but you're going to take my job after you just said don't hire me. So wait a minute.
We got to work on something, right?
Yeah, so it's that kind of cattiness that happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But
it's all with good intentions in a way.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody just wants to be number one. And there can only be one spot. Yeah. So I get it.
What are you guys doing to try to take that number one spot? Everybody wants it.
We just train really hard and we work really hard. But then we also try to be different in the sense that we don't let our egos get in the way. You know, like I consider myself very humble and like I said, an open book. And my partner's the exact same way. Like, he'll tell you straight up how he feels. And he's always honest with everybody. And that's how I am. Like, we don't allow people to feed an ego that's not there.
Okay.
So I think that's what kind of makes us different.
Now, can you also check your partner?
What do you mean?
Like, you'll tell them straight out.
Oh yeah, no, I will, and he will too. Mm-hmm. Like that's why we're very close. Like, I would never let him look like a hot mess, or I don't allow people to step over him because he honestly can be the sweetest guy you've ever met, and people would take advantage of him. And I'm always that one to be like, no, go back to that person and tell them I said this, and don't take it back. And he's like, right, but I don't care. So I'm the one that's very like
pushy
on him, because I want the best for him the same way I know he wants the best for me. Like, he's very hard on me and I'm very hard on him because we just want each other to succeed.
Who are you more honest with, your partner or your boyfriend?
Both of them, actually.
Really?
Nah, both of them.
I feel like I would be less honest with like my girlfriend.
No, I'm extremely honest with both of them. Like, straight up, I tell them about themselves and they tell me about myself. Yeah. And when it comes to my career, there's 3 people I trust, which is my mom, my boyfriend, and my partner.
I feel like you're the most honest with your mom.
Those are the top 3 that I know would never lie to me. Okay. Never. Like, even Fausto would be honest with me. And I tell him, like, bro, I'm not a baby. Tell me straight up. How do I look? Do I need to do this with my hair? Do I need to lose weight? Do you like this costume? Is this a horrible design? Like, be honest with me, because at the end of the day, it affects both of us.
If you're not telling the straight truth, like, about something or about a person, they're not your friends in my eyes.
Exactly. And that's why I consider those 3 like my BFFs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's my squad right there.
Yeah. Squad.
Yeah, squad up, squad up.
It's almost like all 3, they're honest. You could get to that level of honesty because probably all 3 have seen you naked.
I'm like, wait, what?
Well, I feel like when
I'm like naked soul wise. Like they've seen the naked truth of myself.
Yeah,
But like
the naked
naked
truth.
body, I'm like
the figure
no.
naked.
Yeah,
the
figurative
naked
naked.
soul.
Yeah.
What are some things that happen in the, like, you know, you guys perform the showcase, right? It's happening, I don't know, like 8 to 10ish. Then you go social dancing. What happens after you guys perform? Do you guys go change? Obviously, you get a drink. What happens in that time? And then you guys go social dancing.
What we like to do is we actually like to eat after every show.
You gotta chow, yeah. You gotta chow
Yeah,
down.
because during the day we're teaching classes. Sometimes we're doing privates. Then we're doing tech rehearsal. Then we're getting ready. So if we do get to eat in between, it's probably like an apple. Or probably like a
Damn.
piece of bread. Like, it's rare that we have time to sit down and eat. So what we like to do is after we're done with the performance, we'll order in food, we'll eat, we'll grab a drink, and then we'll go meet up with everybody. And then we'll stay there until the social
Yo,
basically ends.
I was sort of do that because, you know, I didn't want to be in, you know, your call hour and then having to use the bathroom right as soon as you're about to perform. So I would hold, you know, my
You don't want
dinner.
the bubble guts before.
Yeah,
the
I will hold my dinner
performance,
until
right,
after performances too.
Yeah, no, and then I do a lot of tricks and flips where he has to like grab me by my stomach, and I'm like, I do not want to vomit.
Have you ever let one rip as you're like doing a trick up in the air?
I probably have.
Girls don't
Yeah.
fart, so
No, not
you need
me.
to burp.
Not me. I boof it left and right. Yeah, no. I probably have.
Yeah.
I probably have.
Yeah. Well, Fausto would know probably.
Let me ask him.
Yeah.
I probably have.
Yeah. It's natural, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Fuck it, yeah.
Show must go on, right?
For real. Smell my fart, keep it moving. You know you fart too. Like, come
We
on.
all fucking fart.
We all boof every
Yeah.
now and then. It's okay.
Yeah. Do you fart in front of your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he fart in
That's
back?
a real relationship.
Yeah.
That's real.
Oh my God, his
Yeah.
fart sound like a monster chopping his
Damn.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. A burp, fart, everything.
Y'all lock the windows and shit?
You
The
know,
hot
he-
box?
No, he's done that before.
Like you put the covers over your head and don't let you get out?
No, what he does is like he throws a fart and then he pulls the cover back, so it just like smacks you in the face.
Yo,
Crazy.
if you're in the car, not that I've done it or anything like that, but if he has a sunroof, you cannot lock that.
Good to know.
Yeah. I don't fart all the time, trust me.
He's like, I'll fart all the time, but just know the sunroof is always great.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What are some things that you don't like when it comes to being in the social dance floor? I don't know, drunks, they're always there.
There's two of my top things. One is when some people don't realize that you're human. You know, like I get it. To you guys, I'm like this known dancer, which is totally fine. I appreciate and I want to dance with everybody. But there comes a time where I also need a break. You know, like I've more than likely have been teaching all day long. I'm probably exhausted by that point, and I'm not complaining at all because again, I love what I do. But there comes a time where at least I need a water break. And there's some people who they're like, "Oh, do you want to dance?" And I'm like, "Not right now," and they get upset, like genuinely. And I'm like, "I'm gonna come back to you after I have my water.
Yeah.
Like, let me have some water, and then I'll go back to you." So there's some people that they really get offended, and the next thing you know, you're on their Facebook post the next day.
Damn, it's happened?
Yeah,
Yo.
What's the worst you've
Facebook
been
is
called
that thing.
because you said no?
I just that I'm like stuck up, that I'm bougie. I've been called a bitch too.
Okay.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, you didn't take that time to get to know me. You were
Yeah.
just being selfish.
Yeah, fuck
You
that.
wanted to dance with me, and you didn't think,
Yo.
hey, maybe she's been teaching since 8 a.m. and she's thirsty, she's tired, she's hungry.
Yo, low key, it was probably that beginner.
Probably.
Yeah.
And she hasn't boofed yet, so she needs
Yeah.
that break.
Right.
She needs that boof break.
So I tell them, you know, I'm gonna come back, and that's one thing. Like if I tell you I'm gonna come back to you again, I will hunt you down, and I will dance with you because I promise that. If you if you respect the fact that I need a break.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've noticed, this has happened to a couple of friends of mine. It's never happened to me. Well, it happened one time, but my director at the time nipped it in the butt. But like men who like drink and they get disrespectful towards women, like I'm not saying it's never happened to me, like someone has groped me, but it happened to a friend of mine while she was dancing, and she had like this nice tight dress and it was like open on the side. It was like a gala night. Everybody dresses up for gala night, and this guy was dancing salsa with her, but he kept like pulling her close to him and like filling up on her side boob.
Damn, he was in the wrong room.
So my director got upset and like went up to her and was like, "You would never ask her to dance again. You see this girl, stay away from her," and like reported him, and he got kicked out.
Damn.
And then as far as I go, like there was someone who just came up to me and was like, "Oh, I was waiting for you." And I was like, oh, well, I'm here now. We can dance now. Like, I wanted to eat. Like, I needed to eat after my show. And he was like, you should really time yourself because I've been waiting all day to social dance with you. And I was like, okay, well, now you're not going to dance with me because if you can't respect the fact that I'm a human being, then we're not dancing. And I just walked away. And then I told my director, and my director at the time went up to him and was like, you see her? You don't ask her to dance. Don't ask her for the rest of this weekend to dance because if you don't know how to treat her, I'm not going to trust the fact that you're going to be able to dance with her. No, thank you.
Shout out your director who's calling out people out.
Yes, shout out to Carlos Sapphire. That's like my dad.
Shit. Damn.
Carlos,
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's like my dad. He's always protected me.
Because a lot of people want to say they'll check that, but not
No,
everybody
he
does.
definitely checks
Yeah.
that.
So that's why I respect it. Yeah.
Hey, that's one of the things that like a lot of people that are like getting into the dancing and shit that they kind of say like, oh yeah, they're cliques, group dance teams stick together. And guys, it's for that reason, not that we don't want to go with another team. It's just that we're so close that we look out after each other. You know what I'm saying? So if I go to New York, and I mean, I don't know who's gonna be there to protect me, right? Like, what if a girl is trying to like touch me and shit? Like, if I have my button down, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I get the pelitos out.
Yeah.
But no, that's one of the reasons that we kind of like stay with each other, with the people that we know, just because they're gonna look out after us and shit.
Yeah, the Kingsmen are very, very, very overprotective of me.
They're like soldiers.
Yeah, like if I go away for 2 seconds, they're like, where were you? Don't scare us like that. And I'm like, the bathroom, relax. They're like a group of my brothers.
They're soldiers. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't play with me.
Yeah.
They don't let me go anywhere. They don't let me do nothing fun.
Do you protect them?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
How?
Like if I see a girl getting too close, I'm like, hey, that's my brother, relax. And they're like, damn.
Maybe you
Nope.
spit a little game in her ear.
Nope.
You're not the wingman?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, to some of them. The ones that are single, I can be a wingman. But if I know...
Are you a good wingman?
If she's a clout chaser, I'll be like, she got to go. Because there's some people like, oh my God, Kingsman. I'm like, she got to go, bro.
Yeah.
But...
What's the one time or the best way you've been a wingman? What did you do?
I just mind my business.
You just sip the tea and walk the other way. Okay, yeah.
Going to the dance floor.
Do they get more attention in New York or outside New York?
The guys get attention everywhere they go.
Oh.
Everywhere they go.
Yeah.
Because it's like the boy band of bachata. That's what they are.
Yeah, low key.
Like the NSYNC of bachata.
Low-key, yeah.
For real.
Yeah, so bachata.
All the,
Boys.
all the girls like, oh my God, it's Kingsman. I'm like,
Yeah. Right.
like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. The girls like, they're so cute. Gross.
Damn.
Now, do they like eat it up? Like they like it?
They're for shows. But majority of them, they're in relationships. So they just...
Cuffed up.
Yeah. So to them, it's just another day in the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then the ones that are single are like, oh my God,
Yeah,
this
I
girl
love it.
likes me. I'm
Yeah.
like, shut up.
Yeah. Who's one of them? Or who are the single guys? Just so the ladies know, the lady followers.
Damn.
I think that's the tea they need to spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because what if they're cuffed up? But
No, right.
it's not public?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you pass the test. You just pass the
Minding my business.
test. Now, so we also got a couple of games that we like to play with our guests.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You ready?
I suck at games.
Sucker games? All right.
So let's
Yeah,
try it again.
fucking open book.
Let's try this.
Yeah. If you could dance with somebody who's not a dancer, who would it be?
I gotta think hard.
Yeah. So
Jim Carrey.
what?
I feel like I would laugh the entire time.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a great time.
So it's not because of the Riddler, like
No, not at all.
Okay.
I feel like I would just crack up because he's my favorite like comedian.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Bruce Almighty.
Oh shit!
I could watch that in tears.
Yeah,
24/7.
I feel like he would.
The Grinch too.
Yeah.
The Grinch. Yeah.
Oh, I love the Grinch.
Yeah.
I feel like he would give the dopest faces,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Because he could
for
already
sure.
manipulate his face.
Yes.
Imagine him performing. I think he'll have the best facial expressions.
Yes. I will be in tears from the moment he walks on stage, like just crying,
Yeah.
laughing because he's hilarious.
What would you dance? What type of genre would you dance?
Probably jazz or Broadway.
Ooh.
I feel like Broadway. If we did musical theater, him and I would definitely kill that. Jim Carrey, if you're watching,
Yo.
I'm your gal.
And you did like A Star Is Born.
No, I didn't see that movie.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I've
I'm
seen
not a
everybody's-
musical guy. Yeah,
Everybody's all like,
but Gaga and Bradley Cooper, like they're gonna
yeah,
get
they
it
look
in.
I
like
think they have a
they're
thing. I think they have
I heard
a
they're
like low-key.
BFFs.
Yeah. Strings with no attachments.
BFFs, whatever.
Okay, that's a dope answer. Second question. Who's the most ratchet dancer in your cell phone?
What happened?
Who's the most ratchet dancer in your cell phone?
The ratchet dancer.
The most ratchet, yeah.
Cardi B?
Oh, you got Cardi's B on your phone?
No.
Like
I have her on Instagram.
Okay.
Like a dancer.
A dancer. You mean like a ratchet personality dancer?
Ratchet personality dancer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not like just shakes their ass.
I think me.
Really?
Yeah. I get real ratchet sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Fausto first described me, people were like, who's your partner? He's like, I'm not going to tell you, but I am going to tell you. She reminds me of Cardi B. And they were like, oh my gosh, she ratchet? And he was like, she ratchet. So yeah, I'm ratchet.
Yeah. Well, Cardi was a stripper, so...
Chill.
Yeah. You're a dope dancer, though.
There's sometimes I'd be like, do I need this job? Can I strip?
Yeah.
I don't think she... You know what? I'm more of a Nicki Minaj type of guy.
Get out.
Yeah.
The door.
I'm a Nicki
Nah,
Minaj.
I used to love Nicki. I used to be a diehard Nicki fan.
I'm annoyed with Cardi B.
Told you she don't like the West Indians.
Nah, it's not even that. It's just like, her now, she's very too full of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki?
And she's become one of those people where it's like, if they succeed more than she does, she got to let that promoter know that they did something wrong. She likes to sabotage.
I think she had the top spot, and she likes to always have it, right?
Yeah, she
Right.
hurt. She hurt.
But where Cardi, like, she knows she can... multiple people can share the top spot.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like is that she ain't doing shit about coming back up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not doing anything to come back up, then you need to not be coming at other people because they're continuing to go forward.
Right. That's what
I'm pretty sure Cardi knows that some of her songs aren't it.
Yeah.
Like there's some songs that I'm like, all right, Cardi, like it ain't it, Chief. You know, and I'm pretty sure she knows that because you see the results. Like, oh, Bodak Yellow was popping as hell, and then you have Please Me, where it's like.
Yeah.
But she's still continuing to come out with more music because she wants to stay up there. She got a baby. She needs cheese for her egg,
Yeah. And she's still
that's
out
in
here.
her song.
Right. She's still getting it. Yeah.
So and then Nicki on the other hand is just like, I'm the queen.
Yeah.
Okay. And then she's like rhyming cheese with cheese. Like
China with China.
Yeah. She was like, brought us something with China and now I got beef with China. We going to China. And I'm like, all right, we get it. China. That's your favorite word today? China? So that's why I'm kind of over Nicki.
Yeah, I can see. So you're attracted not only to the music, but it's the personality.
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay.
What else you got for us, Scramasso?
Probably last one. What's the last song you played on your Spotify?
I don't have Spotify. I have Apple Music.
Oh,
okay.
But I did have Thank You Next. The Thank You Next album by Ariana Grande.
You're in love with
Yeah.
I have every album.
Yeah,
she's taking all my money.
Man, I'm still waiting for her to reply to my DM.
So am I.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm like, me too.
Yo, we should get together and maybe she'll listen to us.
We should cut this video up. Send it to her.
Yeah.
Should.
Ooh.
Yo, Ariana Grande, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll pass out. I'll pass out. If she even tells me hi, I'll
You
pass
shedded
out.
a tear. What happened? I know we were talking about the concert.
Oh my God. Since she's first started singing, like since she first went on tour, I have not missed a tour at all. Yeah. And then she went to the Billboard's Hot 100 one summer, and I waited 13 hours in the heat because it was general admission. So I waited 13 hours in the heat in the summer in August, and I was standing in the front, and I did not want to lose that spot because I wanted to see her front row.
Yeah.
I held my pee. My knees were killing me. I was drinking water all day long, eating ice cream, like trying to stay up, but it was worth it. When she came out, I couldn't even scream. Like I was like, like
I'm
I was
sure
just
she saw your
starstruck.
face.
I'm pretty sure she did too.
Yeah.
Really sure she did because she was like where you were, and I was right here,
Damn.
and I was like, like I
Did
couldn't
you
say
try to
anything.
grab her? Like, oh,
No, because
girl?
like I said, I like to respect their privacy.
Okay.
So I was hyping her up, like, hey,
Yeah,
get
like-
it, and I could have sworn we locked eyes a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't know me.
Of course you
like
did.
that.
Will you flirt with a girl? Like, like you know how sometimes girls flirt around girls.
I compliment other girls because I'm not a hater and I'm not insecure. So if a girl's pretty, I'd be like, girl, you look pretty today.
Yeah.
And girls do the same thing. We're like, oh my God, I love your hair. I'm like, thanks. Or I love that dress. And I'm like, thanks. Forever 21, H&M. Like,
Low budget hustle.
for real. Bougie on a budget, you heard?
You held her for so long. Did you boof around her?
Who?
Ariana.
Like, did you let one rib? Because
probably-
you were waiting for 13 hours.
No.
No?
I'm
Like
telling
that
you,
ice
I was
cream?
just numb from head to toe. Like,
Damn.
Didn't know what to
You're
do.
in the trance.
Yeah. And then my birthday, she's coming to New York June 14th.
Which you're gonna be there, right?
My birthday's June 10th. So my mom surprised me with floor seat tickets to see Ariana Grande. When I tell you I cried.
Aw.
Cried like never before. And when I see her live, I'm probably going to cry again. Stay tuned for that vlog where I pass out. The title.
floor.
Yeah, the title's going to be I Passed Out at Ariana Grande's
So
concert.
like more her as a person or her music?
Both.
Yeah.
And I've heard stories about her. Like, people are like, oh my God, she's such a bitch. And I'm like, well, who isn't? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I defend her. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is it? Get over it.
You ride or die for her, right?
Yeah.
You know why I like her? Because she hypes up her man.
She doesn't have one.
Well, when she did,
Yeah.
like she told everybody Pete Davidson had a big dick. I'm like, hey,
Hey, get it, sis.
Good writer. That's that good promo.
That's that good promo.
So what happened with Mac Miller?
He passed away.
No, I know. Like
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. R.I.P.
she did a
Mac
song.
Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, in my chest.
Oh.
Yeah, she did a song called Ghostin'. If you ever want to cry, listen to that.
What?
Ooh.
Damn,
It's called Ghostin'.
when am I in my feelings?
Do you guys feel like Mac Miller is going to be more popular now that he's dead? R.I.P. to the homie?
At one point, he was.
Mm.
Like, the week of his death, he was number one everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the ones who were like real diehard fans of his were like, why didn't you show him this support from the beginning?
Yeah, that's kind of fucked
He
up,
wouldn't.
ain't it?
He wouldn't even be gone
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you know everybody struggles with depression and
Depression's
drug
a real
abuse.
thing, man.
It is.
Depression's a real thing.
is.
I feel like that's one of the beauties about dance, right? That you kind of forget about everything that's going on, your problems and
Yes,
everything.
dance has saved me in so many ways.
Yeah, and
So nice.
yeah, I mean, for the beginners out there, get involved, man. It's a beautiful thing, right? Like,
Sure is.
I don't know if you met your partner through dancing.
I did.
It's happened. So y'all single ladies, single guys, get off fucking Tinder, get your ass in the dance
Stop
floor.
swiping left.
For real, right? Y'all just trying to get lucky and shit. No, but yeah, that's just a cool thing. So
Sure is.
y'all not alone.
Yeah. I think that's it for me.
Yeah. So what's coming up for you, Kate? Your dance studio, and then your with your partner Fausto and La Fuerza. What's coming up?
Fausto and I are just continuing to travel every weekend and meeting a lot of you guys and
Cool.
getting your support and just having a great time. As far as my studio, we are still open for registration for anybody that's in New York.
Yo, shout out. Give them
Yeah,
yours.
shout
Yeah.
out.
What days do you teach?
It's on the weekends, so they're on Saturdays for newcomers. We take ages 4 to 16.
Damn.
We're located in the Bronx on 137th Street. They can follow Kate's Dance Company on Instagram.
And YouTube. What's your YouTube channel?
Life as Kate.
Make sure you guys follow her.
Yes, please subscribe because I have a lot of crazy videos coming up.
Yeah, and they're good. I follow you. Yeah, I'm entertained. Yeah.
Thanks. And then as for La Fuerza, we have La Fuerza Storm, we have La Fuerza Kingsman, we have auditions coming up soon. I'm not sure too much on the date, so just you have to follow us on
You gotta
Instagram.
stay tuned.
Stay
You
tuned.
gotta
Y'all
stay
gotta stay
tuned.
tuned. Yeah, you
gotta
can't give too much
subscribe.
detail.
Yeah, for real. And then you have to follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
La Fuerza Dance Company.
Okay.
We have our anniversary June 15.
Ooh, any surprises?
Right after the concert.
We have debuts coming out.
Ooh.
Damn.
So you need to
Right
get
after the
with it or
concert.
get lost. Fausto and I will be debuting our new routine June 15.
Okay.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for that?
They ready.
Never.
Never. You were never ready for situations like that,
No,
right? You just
when,
gotta
You're
go
a
out.
when it comes to Fausto and I, we just go with the flow kind of thing.
Yeah.
If we're ever ready, that'll be a surprise to both of us. I'm like, oh shit, we're ready.
Yeah.
That's why he has to hype you up as a soldier. Like,
Yeah.
because
He's
you're
always
never
like,
ready.
it is war. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're right. It's war. Let's get this.
chill,
Game
bro.
time. Game time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So the best way to reach you is how?
Through Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And your handle is?
Kate.CaitlinXR. It's my nickname and my first name. Because everybody always gets my first name wrong for some reason.
Right. What's the weirdest spelling you ever got for your first name?
It's not about spelling. It's how they say it.
How do they
Because
say
my
it?
name is spelled Katlyn.
Okay. Caitlin. Yep.
They say Catlin.
Caitlin.
I've heard that. I've heard that in
Yes.
videos. Yeah.
I've been called Kathleen.
Nah.
When I go to Europe, my name
Yeah.
is Catalina. I
Yeah.
don't know how.
Catalina.
Yeah, I don't know where you get
Did
that
you just get that
from.
in Spain?
No.
Because you guys were just out there.
Well, so when we went to Milan, every time I go to Milan, they call me Catalina.
Damn. They're switching shit up on you.
So I told Fausto, joking around, was like, every time they get my name wrong, I'm not going out. So we went out and they were like, oh, coming up next, Kathleen. I was like, who? I'm not going out. And then Fausto was like, Caitlin.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to leave it Fausto and Kate.
Kate.
That's where Kate came
that's
from.
where it came from.
Okay.
Yeah, because Fausto was like, he texted me one day, hey, so from now on it's Fausto and Kate. Got it? And I was like, honestly, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
easy for everyone.
And then he has such an artist name. Like his name is Fausto Felix. Like
Yeah.
you already sound famous.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
you have me with this long ass name. It's Caitlin Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's half the flyer right there. Just my last name. Yeah, no, not worth it.
Are you ZRS in Rodriguez?
Z.
Z. Yeah.
You know, I've gotten that when I was younger. Someone was like, are you Z or S? I'm like, Z. Who the hell spells Rodriguez with
Yeah, I
S?
don't know with someone with us.
I don't know either. Yeah.
I've never met one of those.
Fucked up ass grandparents. I'll tell you.
For
that.
real. You tight.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming in. You're always
Yes,
welcome
thank
back.
you guys for having me.
You guys are always welcome back. Make sure you guys follow her on her socials.
Yes, please.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Follow the team too.
Yes, for
Anything
sure.
you want to give out to the listeners as a goodbye note?
It's been real. It's been real, and we're gonna have a great time this weekend. And I can't wait to be back. Hopefully, we can do this again.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
was
you're
fun.
welcome.
I had a great time with you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed this podcast.
Awesome. Cool. What about you, Camaso? You ready for this weekend?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You going to the after party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wearing a toga tonight?
I'm wearing a toga. Yeah.
I got it.
Yo.
I'm wearing
Toga.
the little Caesar. I'm going as the little Caesar.
Yeah. And with the pizza.
Yeah.
That's
Hey.
dope. You
Yo.
gonna take the sabana?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking the sabana
Yo.
with him.
This motherfucker's going to take the towel too.
So I brought my
shit.
chanclas, my Jesus chanclas. I got
I
the
got my
savana,
Jesus chanclas too.
and I got the golden crown. I got the golden.
Me
yeah.
too. We have to take a picture.
Ooh.
This has to go on my vlog.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
This
yeah.
has to go on my vlog.
Hey, he didn't actually bring it, so he's just going to go outside and grab a bunch of sticks.
Yeah, just do it all. Damn. I feel like an ass because I'm actually doing it.
Well, we are in Lent, so
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Fuck it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up.
All right, cool, guys. Well, this was the Treyguey podcast. Stay tuned until next time. Thank you.
We out.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
All the way from Chicago, the Treyguey Podcast.